do, and he physically is pretty far away, and we've only got the one car. So um, I've been thinking about a lot of things, and wanted to pop on here, kind of share the dominant thought in my brain. And I know it's a bit of a surprise, and there was no heads up, and I've only got about 20 minutes before I have to get out of Martin's Way. I don't even know if he realizes I'm on here. It's kind of weird being two independent people and still trying to be partners. So this is what I wanted to get on really quickly and say. Over the years, I've been noticing a lot of more aggressive and personally excused um, actions, tense voice, issues, problems. In a minute, what was he? He wasn't already on, right? I hope not. Um, I'm not overlapping him, am I? Anyway, thank you. So this is what my dominant thought has been. Um, I try to plan with people, and 99.9% of them just nope. Okay, I'm sorry. No, it's okay. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. People's got to stop being sorry all the time. Like, I mean, I know what you guys want to feel, and I get it because I used to do it all the time too. But it's just not worth it. So I'm noticing this that I'm spending a hell of a lot of time with people taking everything personally, and a hell of a lot of time trying to make people happy who won't be happy, and a hell of a lot of time with a lot of judgment, attitudes, narrow-mindedness. Quite frankly, folks, I'm tired. I got stuck partway home because something happened in traffic. Excuse me. I had to get food up from between my feet. Hey, no, 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 no. And I want everyone to promise me a couple things. You want good energy in your life? You want positive energy in your life? No more I just. Ask any voice, word, whatever, any psychiatrist, anyone who patterns. Hell, ask Dr. Phil. He'll tell you. Um, I just means I took offense. I just means, I was hurt. And what hurts me the most is people do things like that, and they're usually doing it because their goal is to be overkind, which doesn't help, or they're taking it personally, or they're trying to alleviate guilt, and that's what I don't get. Why people feel so guilty. Today, I watched a fry truck as I stopped here because it's a free parking lot, so it's easy to stop here. I'm not paying for parking to stop, and you know, try to blow 15 minutes for everything to kind of, you know, so I'm not sitting in traffic. I want everything to kind of just alleviate itself. Um, I watched this fry truck as a person waiting for their food sat on a bench with their phone, and I think they were talking to someone, but their phone was held up with the fry truck on the other side, and the fry truck asked to not be on camera. He has his reasons. Actually, I've had conversations with this particular fry truck, and I have a half decent idea what his life has been like, and it's not been good, and I can understand. Yeah, you hear water, but she argued with him, and he said, "Listen, if you're not pointing your camera at me, I would like to see what you're doing, please." I mean, it sounded like, and I took a stroll around her, and she was talking to someone, so it was FaceTime or whatever. There's no evidence that you know she had pointed at him at any time. But the key thing is, the man asked out of courtesy, and I very loudly said, "Listen, hey, if she's pointing the camera at me, at the truck, at anything, she's going on about how it's not, it's not illegal. No, it's not. It's courtesy." So, you've got the best fries around, and I just hollered, right? And then three other customers waiting are like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And We all technically teamed up on her, and suddenly she moved her phone so that um, it wasn't pointing at him. All she had to do was say to her friend, "Hang on a second, I want to show this guy that I'm not recording him," and walk over and say, "Friend meet fry guy meet friend." But she got confrontational instead. I just essentially, yes, I'm near a body of water. And that's another thing too. I hear the whole it's not easy, it'll take time, it'll take work. But a majority of the people I discuss or talk or whatever with, it's the same thing. No one's doing anything. Even me. And then we go on about how we're stuck. We're not stuck. We're choosing to be stuck. I everyone's taking everything personally, and quite frankly, I'm not managing it because I don't see why I should. I've been told so many times by different people, so it's obviously the same problem that I'm stuck up, self-centered, just want my way, etc., etc., etc. I don't care who you are. That's wrong. I know me, and I've been living scared for many, many years of being me. And everyone wants their say, wants their this, wants their that. I speak up, and suddenly no one's going to listen because it's just not what they need. Well, if it's not what you need, why are you talking to me in the first place? Don't like their personal business. Well, a lot of times it's the customers, and in the case of a lot of these trucks, they're competing, and they don't want a lot of their competition to know where they are. So yeah, and you should not have to justify it. No one should have to. I spend more time justifying because I give a damn about the person that I'm talking to than I do getting anything done, and it's not right. You know? Yeah. Z, you don't have to answer. But are you seeing a therapist? Elena, I have seen so many therapists. What's that got to do with what I'm saying? You tell me what that's got to do because every single one I see goes, yeah, you're fine. Go away. You're taxing the system. And I have said that before. Whether or not it was to you or anyone else is irrelevant. I have said it before. I don't even understand why people keep asking. I've wasted so much time with social workers, therapists. You know, I've There's no reason why anyone who actually knows who they are and what they're doing should have to pretend to be in crisis or in a problem. We've got so many people already in the system, and a good 60% of them don't belong in the system. They know exactly what to do, they just won't do it. There's no reason why I should not be me. I'm not hurting anyone. There's no reason for anyone to be offended. Um, every time I do get the courage and I put something out there, saying a statement, a philosophy, a thought, I get a percentage of people who go, yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, we have all got problems. Okay, so no, well, stop. What did I say about that? Come on, guys. Do you realize that words are so much power, and we give certain words more power than they deserve? Sorry is one of these words that we don't give enough power to, and it turns it around on ourselves because sorry becomes a reason to keep going, and then people can't figure out why their lives are so bad, and it's horrible. Like for example, I was playing some Pokemon Go. It's Community Day. I was 5 minutes short and decided to do this broadcast. 5 minutes short of getting one Pokemon I needed to get in order to get all these extra incentives that are really hard to get. I gave it up because I wanted to do this. Should you guys be sorry because you're watching me? It's ridiculous. I mean, it's funny. Okay, Canadians say sorry all the time, but seriously, you create the energy, you get the results. And if your life is not working for you, someone doesn't like it, then they don't have to be in your life. Well, yes and no. Like, I mean, it's like that whole something's toxic. No, I'm the only one who can determine that, not anyone else. If I'm whining and crying about it, if I'm actually whining, then yeah, walk away, give me a break. I'll see you in a few years. If I'm not whining and I'm making my case, and you say you agree to it, don't convince me otherwise. And that's what, that's the majority of people. It's like the whole world has gone inconsiderate, angry, and taking everything personally. Like, I mean, do we really need that kind of purpose in our lives? I don't think we do. Apologize, which is still, well, stop because you're apologizing now. No, it's not, honey. Look, if you need to convince me to think differently, this is not going to work. And if you're going to constantly say you think, then you're not sure of yourself. And you made your head a little too quiet, like more quiet. People who care have to care according to the other person. You can't say to a humpback whale, I care about you. That's why I'm bringing you on land to my home so I can keep an eye on you. That's your backyard. It doesn't have what that humpback whale needs. So stop apologizing. Strength is lonely, unfortunately. But man, you're not lonely if you're doing it for you. You're never lonely if you're doing it for you. Played that game. No, you don't get money for playing it. I tried a couple of those get money for playing it. I play it because I enjoy it. I play it because I get exercise. And, the whole get money for playing it, they make it easy for you to get to the first $5 and then they make it hard from that point on. I've done those. I'm done. Again, a waste of time. You know? Okay, there you go. And don't say okay because of me, okay? Oh, well, do say okay to that okay if you need to say okay if it's good for you. I can't do this anymore, not without hurting myself. If people need to take it personally and continue the same patterns when they say they won't. I mean, I always hated yes men, but I've been dealing with yes men for 20 years, and every year I got more and more, and I kept modifying schedules, and my energy's gone. People say take time for yourself, and the people taking the most time trying to convince me to agree with them. And of course, they say they don't, they don't care about that. Then why are they still talking to me? And of course, everyone stops the conversation when I speak. Well, why did I listen to you? And they have to get so angry when I hang up. When I'm supposed to take the abuse? Listen, everyone's screwed up. There is no such thing as a perfect resolve. You know, again, stop the jest. Everyone, do me a favor. Just see how it feels for a week. Take out the word just when it comes to any kind of conversation like this. Just do it. And if it feels great, no matter how much you piss other people off, not your fault you're pissing them off. Unless you're personally actually going after them with the intention of pissing them off, then be proud of yourself. But seriously, just get rid of the words that create the issue. Yeah, I know, just get rid of the words. But I'm not saying to you, I just need to do this. I don't. I just want to do this. Makes me feel good to be on air. I know. See, stop. Just, Elena, try this with me. Take a moment, even if it's loud. Make it quiet. Breathe. Oh, geez, I could have done a sunset. No, not from this position with all these clouds. This is a sunset. I'll hashtag it sunset anyway because the sun is going down. Stop. Breathe. Make it quiet. And take a moment and ask yourself why you're on this broadcast, why you're watching me, and what makes you decide to stay. Just don't worry about any okays or the problem with text communication to voice is it never happens at the same time. Of course, it's breezy when you walk away from the building. But take that moment. Think about it. What made you be here? And why are you here still? No one is perfect or normal. I don't expect people to be perfect. I expect people to hold to what they say. I expect people to make an effort, not tell me they're making an effort. And that would take an immense amount of pressure off of me. So what's that little white thing? Oh my God, my eyesight can't see it. Elena, what's the emoji? I can't see it. I don't have my glasses and it's so tiny. Hold on, everything's gonna go weird because I'm turning still can't see what it is. You're a good, kind person. Why, thank you. If I'm a good, kind person, and that's why you like me, and you haven't seen me in a while, which is cool, why are you spending all this energy putting into your brain all these words and patterns that keep you stuck? It's a woman blowing. I posted it because she said to breathe. Oh, cool. I didn't know that emoji was there. My friend and I want to know what and how you're doing. So, Jed, I sent you got it. I'm not saying you don't, Elaine. I'm saying that if we're both spending so much energy on just vocalizing the same patterns, that can become very draining in your life and mine. What's the point? I mean, if you're taking my advice, I'm flattered. But you're not taking it if you're wrapping yourself up in all this. Hi, Dawn. Not this one, honey, okay? This one's a nice, calm. I've only got a few minutes, and I had some things on my brain. So save it for Martin at 7:30, and then you can bury him and that kind of stuff. See, and that's it too. You see, guys, I love the comedy. I love the humor. I like a lot of what people like Dawn do. But every once in a while, I need this, and everyone keep and I being doing things. This is someone down with us. I love it, York. Yeah, exactly. Dee Dee, dear Don. Actually, I'm being you Dee Dee button or something. Dear Don. Froze. It sounds like a robot. Now audio is breaking up. Interesting. My audio. Well, you don't see me at all because it's dark. Oh, well, hang on then, folks. Let me see if this will solve it. Oh, the fry truck's going away. Is that better? Well, it wasn't a black screen. It was I was in nowhere with the sun went down and I was in a dark spot. Because this is standing next to the building makes me better. Okay. See, it's I was over on that bench, which you can barely see when I point at it. I'm gonna point down at the ground, so I'm not pointing at the fry truck. It doesn't make them comfortable. Fortunately, I wish I had more time to speak on the subject. If you guys like these subjects, that's great. Do let us know. You know, the monarch thing's coming up real soon, guys. I am going to walk over to my car. I just waved at the fry guy because he knows me and he's a sweetheart, and no one should ever get pissy with him, ever. Oh, geez, I didn't go all the way up to the front of my parking spot. Well, that was lame. Surprise! Well, when I get off with you guys, I'm gonna have to check my map app. Okay, so now that I'm in the car, oh, now that I'm in the car, is this better? Okay. Is this? Oh, did the? Hopefully this didn't switch over. Oh no, I'm still not gonna. Oh, good. Okay. But if I charge, I know I will. So, right. So creating energy is a very difficult thing, and whether you write it down in the sense of comment, or whether you um, whether you use particular audio voice fluctuations, it always comes across. And the worst thing about typing it down, things like comments, is how cold it can be. How easy it's to misunderstand, how easy. So we should be thinking clearer about that. And we don't, because we're the society that um, it changes things, that warps things, that manipulates things. And because of that, we we hurt ourselves by hurting other people, and we don't mean to. It's easy to justify it, and that's where I'm stuck. I'm I'm almost thinking of getting rid of like even more people from my life, and it's not that they're toxic or anything. Someone uses that word one more time, I swear I'm gonna scream. It's because it's not where I'm at, and there's no reason to take any of that personally. I mean, if I hear one more person go, "You don't like me. You don't want to be spend time with me. You don't, you don't have any of this. Blah 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 blah." It means I don't want them. I just I need my time, and I'm trying way too hard to make everyone happy, and I see that in a lot of you guys, and it doesn't make sense. If I'm giving all my time away like it's really bad candy, then I'm only rotting your teeth. It just see. I said teeth, and suddenly my tongue went on my teeth. People shouldn't judge people, yes, but what's judgment? So Doctor Who started on October. I have to go. Chat to you later. Ciao. Later, Jai. Well, yeah, do what's best for you, and that's right. But understand everyone else is also going to have to do that. Um, and it's not what, no, see, I didn't get on, honey. I want you to take a deep breath and think about what's good for me and what I'm saying. And this is what I mean. I appreciate you saying what you're saying, but I don't need it. Um, it's great that you're giving it. It's like I can only regift so many energy moments. You can't. Regifting a wrapped gift is one thing. Regifting energy is another. And I'm full of things that need to be regifted inside me. You know, I want to share because I want my perceptions to be dominant in my broadcasts. I don't want to share to give people the false sensation of helping when I'm not asking for help, because it's been programming my brain to feel like I need help. And after a while, that gets too much and overwhelming and difficult, and I can't function. And that's who I am. And that's how I'm a kind person. And people are either going to relate and tell me when they succeeded in the same thing, and we can have more stories together, or I want to read every single comment, and I have to stop every time to do it, right? Just watch There's a lot of broadcasts out there that would take about half an hour to say what they have to say, and they don't. I'm not saying I don't want the comments. I'm saying that I'm really bad at ignoring the comments. And it's not that I'm ignoring them, it's just I'm trying to get my point out. Um, so when you get the urge to ask me something, don't disclaimer it. Don't say, if it's too personal, I won't answer. I'll tell you it's too personal. Don't say sorry. I need to create energy around me. So if I'm kind and I'm good and I'm what you need in life, it's great. Let's let's nurture that. And it's really simple. There's just way too many people in the world that are that hurt that they always have to be hurt. And it's too much. So for me, if you want to communicate with me and you want to get into that inner circle with me and you need to be a friend as opposed to a fan or a viewer, then that's what I need. That's what I need. Don't say sorry unless you did something, because that's how I know sorry. I know it's hard, but I've been listening to people say it's hard for so long, and I don't see enough change in my world. Be the change you want to be. That's pretty important. So that's what I wanted to say. And I only had about 20 minutes to say it, so hang on. See, when I get my thoughts, readings, comments doesn't work. See, again, you need to hear it. And thank you, Elena, but it's not what I'm after. Others than myself, and that's a problem. Sometimes, a lot of times, it looks good, just like I have, and I'm burned out again. You do have to care for you more. Okay, that's good. You are. See, saw that right away, and you never met me in person. Some good advice. I appreciate it. Thank you. Personally, would rather have less real friends than a bunch of fakes. Yeah, I think that's been the hardest thing for me. Is I grew up in an industry where your friends are always fake, but they always feel real until something happens. See, there it is. Easier said than done. Just delete it. Just no. I can't do it. I can't spend that time anymore to convince people. You know, um, you said some great things, and you've done some great things, and just don't type it. Don't say it. Don't. Just don't. Just don't. It's actually a lot easier, but people are not giving themselves a chance. You said it yourself. You do too much for too many people, not yourself. So don't don't see all this easier said than done. I just que sera, sera. There's let it be, and then there's let it fester. And one's the Beatles and one's Adam's Family, and they're two completely different kinds of things. Well, you're welcome, Elena. Right? Like people sit quiet. It's really hard when people sit quiet when we do this kind of broadcast. Yeah, it's easier though because I see the numbers. So when I ask someone to speak up, or I say, "Hey, what's about this?" That's what I hope for, is that chance to be in my space and not have to record something and produce it and put it out there. And it's just when I'm in my space, I'm in my space. Oh, someone's all dressed up in the car next to me. Looks like they're switching drivers around. I think someone's been drinking and should not have been behind the wheel. Still haunts you at times. Well, yeah, but I used to talk like that too. I really don't care. When the Me Too movement happened, everyone tried to convince me to find people who had done those things to me, and I'm like, it's done. Why should I dig it back up? Justice? Oh, give me a break. For all I know, I'll spend all that time and energy, and I'll find someone who's moved on with their life as a better person. No, you know, why is the I've been asked, why is the ownership always on the victim? Well, why is everyone that something happens to them victim? Why isn't everyone that something happens to them educated, experienced, um, knows better next time? I just, I don't get it. I mean, why did you ask if I was seeing a psych? Why, if I was seeing help? Oh, 7:22. I gotta get out of Martin's way right now. Um, maybe they have a hot date. I think they already had their hot date. Um, yeah, I mean, keep it in your brain. Try it. Try it. No matter how hard it is, try. Try the advice you say you like and see what happens. Great safe night. Nice seeing you again. Take care. You're welcome. If you want to respond to anything I said, you can still leave comments. It's a nice thing about apps. But I'm going to get out of Martin's way because it looks like he's doing a broadcast, and I was kind of hoping to be home in time for to join his broadcast, so to speak. But that's not going to happen. Thank you, whoever blocked all that traffic. But hey, I got to be on a beach and get fresh air and have a moment or two with you guys. That's pretty cool. All right, guys. Respect yourself more than anyone else can. Everything will be real. Be better. Be whatever. What do I normally say? That's what happens when I said. I don't know what I'm saying. Talk to you guys later. Bye.